Hi, Marianne Croce here of Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3 Day Weekend System. I'm glad to be here each and every week. Welcome to Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. I do these lives for a couple of reasons. The first one is for you to get that 30,000 foot view of your business. I find that many shop owners don't take the time to look at their business from that perspective. And 15 minutes is a great way to do that each week. The second reason is for you to be able to walk away with an action item each and every week. You take that combination of the two, and it really can cause a ripple effect in your business. Because in the end, the magic is always in the doing. That's when you get the greatest results. So today's idea is simple, but it explains why many owners feel like they're running hard, but never getting ahead. If everything in your shop feels urgent, nothing becomes strategic. And when that happens, the owner spends the entire day reacting instead of leading. Does that hit home with anyone? I remember in our early years, because I'm still a shop owner, I could definitely relate to that. That was the norm. Very, very common. So, what does urgency look like in a shop? Urgency is the norm in our industry for many. You get the feeling like you're running your shop and it seems almost like an ER. Phone ringing, customers waiting, cars on lift, parts delayed, decisions needed right now. A lot going on. So owners naturally step in to keep things moving. But here's the pattern that I see all the time. An issue pops up. The owner handles it. Another issue pops up. The owner handles that too. By the end of the day, the owner solved a lot of things, but nothing actually moved the business forward. And that, my friends, is the urgency trap. So let's talk about why urgency takes over. Urgency doesn't take over because owners don't care. It's the complete opposite. The owners that I speak to care. They care a lot. It happens because the business hasn't clearly defined what deserves the owner attention. What decisions belong to others? What priorities matter most this week? So urgency fills up the vacuum, and whatever is the loudest wins. And over time, the owner becomes the shock absorber for the entire shop. The real cost of urgency isn't stress, it's lost leadership time. Yeah, we feel the stress. We definitely feel it. Going home and feeling like you have nothing left for your family, your friends, the things that you really want to do. We feel it. But the real cost is lost leadership time because strategic work really rarely screams for attention. It doesn't. It's there. It needs to be done, but it's not screaming for your attention. So think about it: improving a process, clarifying a role, reviewing numbers, developing a team member. Those things are quiet. If you don't protect time for them, they never happen. They keep getting put on the back burner. Maybe later, maybe when I'm not busy, maybe when I have more time. I'll get to those things. And then the owner wonders why the shop feels heavier every year. So it's time to make a shift. This is where time ownership starts, not by working harder, but by deciding ahead of time what actually deserves your attention, actually planning it. Instead of letting urgency dictate your day, you define one priority the business needs from you this week. Then you protect time for it, just like you would a customer appointment. Because if you don't protect your strategic time, urgency will gladly take it. Ever have that happen to you? I hear owners tell me that those things happen all of the time. Hey, Katie, glad to see you're here. Thanks for being here. And this is a giving group. So if you find this valuable, please share it with another shop owner, manager, or leader. So, what is the action that we take to make this happen? Each and every week, I give you an action item. So, for this week, pick one strategic priority, something that actually moves the business forward. Maybe it's clarifying a role, reviewing numbers, improving a process, coaching a team member. You may have your own. If you do, if it's something different, put it in the comments. I'd love to know what it is. Now, block time for it on your calendar. Treat that block of time like it matters, because it does. It's important. And I referred to all of the things happening in the shop earlier in the live as an ER, right? Because so much is going on. But here's the thing, even in an ER, there's calmness. There are systems. There are processes. They know things are urgent, but it's very strategic. They have everything planned out and everyone knows what to do. Their roles are very clear. So look at that, take that as an example of how we can do that in our industry as well and in your shop. So if you're realizing that urgency has been running more of your week than you'd like, I offer short, really clear clarity calls where we look at where your time is really going, what the owner should focus on, and the fastest place to buy back time. No pitch, just perspective. So let me know, reach out to me if you're interested in that. Now, I want to leave you with this, a pro thinking tip. Urgency will always exist in an auto shop, but leadership decides what gets your time. And that, my friends, is auto shop success. So thanks for being here. I appreciate you. And again, whether you watch this live or on the replay, this is a very giving group. If you find it valuable, share it with someone that you know that it would be helpful for. So have an enjoyable week.